It's so hard to find real people nowadays. I don't consider myself famous at all. But some of my friends think that I do because I have some followers. You never really know who's gonna use you for the right or wrong reasons. And I mean that's something as a teenager I'm still figuring out. Who knows what they're trying to do or what their intention is, and it's hard to sift through the real and the real and not nowadays. This one came really fast, just because it was a topic that I hadn't written about or touched on yet. I'd been in LA for 2 weeks writing about love songs, and I haven't even fallen in love before. So it was something that was just so relatable for me and something that I could really connect with. You walk into these sessions and you kind of just rant to the producers and who you're writing it with. And I remember I was just going on, and then at one point I was it almost feels like all my friends are fake. And then I remember everyone in the room just turned their heads and they're like, that's it, that's the title. I've been keeping things inside, taking no space till I got someone I could open my mind up to. Since I was the age of 9, I've been working on my singing and my dancing and just my craft and my work, and I've been so focused on that I haven't really found my person yet. You know, the person that you come back to and tell everything to. I'm a super private person. And I think that my fans, the biggest thing about them is that they connect so incredibly close to my lyrics. And that's my whole life. That's how I talk about things. Those are all the things that I can never say in words. So my lyrics are so personal to me. So when my fans come up to me and are that truly connected with me, I'm well, then I connect with you as a person because I know that you're feeling exactly what I am. I guess it worked pretty good till now, but shit's kinda getting serious. I think I'm running out of room. My mind works a mile a minute. I am constantly brainstorming and thinking of things every single second, but I never talk about it. It's stuffed down into me. So I mean, at a certain point, your brain feels like it's gonna explode because you have so much stuff in there that you can't get out. Everyone's got someone built custom to give their darkness to. I mean, I called it darkness because I also think that sounds pretty sick. But I'm there's so many things that we have tucked in our brains that no one knows about. You can call it your darkness, you can call it your secrets, you can call it things that you would never say to anyone. Everyone in their lifetime tries to find that one person that they can connect to like that. I wish I had someone could trust them, but loyalty don't come for free. That's me being kind of closed off. I get into any relationship with someone and I'm notorious for putting up stupid walls. And it happens all the time. My mom always gets so mad at me because I get into any relationship if I like someone or you're a close friend, and I'll just immediately put up these borders because I'm trying to protect myself from getting hurt again. When all my friends are fake, 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 they just want me for the day until they don't. I had a whole bunch of my real friends that I had known for a super long time just turning their backs on me and making up stuff when I was not there anymore. Obviously, people are gonna be critical of what you're doing, and I usually don't pay attention. I just honestly don't care enough to know what other people are thinking. A lot of my really good friends joke around with me and be oh, I'm a fake friend now. So I got a lot of those kind of people, but the ones who actually inspired the song didn't say anything. I stay up wondering, what if I broke my legs? What if I changed my name? Would you still love me the same? What if I stripped everything that I've ever done in my entire life? Would you still treat me the exact same way, or would you be a completely different person? Those are things that I think about at night. I actually genuinely think about. So it's confusing, and I wanted to wrap my head around it when I was trying to write the song. Or are you just as fake, like all my friends are fake? I've had people text me who I'm okay, maybe I could be your friend. I'm considering it. And they're all right, we're gonna go have a photo shoot. And I'm who does that on the first hangout? That's so weird. First of all, I hate taking photos. So I'm this is super awkward. Second off, what's the intention? What are we gonna do with these photos? What do you want me to do with these photos? So I mean, that's weird. That's a little sus. Sorry if I got you wrong. Didn't mean to judge you by a cover. I've been burnt so many times, it's hard to turn it off. I'm not one to judge people at all. I hate when people make assumptions on other people. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves. I'm like, you can't do that. You don't even know who they are yet. I feel like at this point I was talking about a relationship, and me in relationships, how I'm like, I will immediately like put up a wall when I haven't even like gotten to know them yet. That's just my guard and not being able to trust that many people. Everyone's got people they see through, but I see through everyone. When people say trust your gut, they really mean it. Like, it's sometimes the only thing that isn't lying. No matter what people are saying or are trying to persuade you to do, you always need to trust your initial instinct on things. So if you want me to believe you and need you, might take some time to recognize. You gotta understand that like it takes time for me to trust you, and takes time for me to get to know you, and takes time to like actually tell you my secrets and tell you like what's going on in my brain. That's for any person that comes into my life. Just letting you know that it'll take a hot second. It's probably horrible because notes are like through iCloud and everything, but I write. Like some nights I'll take my computer and I'll write just like pages upon pages of just like my stream of consciousness. And it's like sometimes ways to like calm my brain before I go to bed, because I like can't sleep because I think of so many things, and that's when I like, my brain goes crazy.